Most people think it's a joke. A brand new pickup truck for just $10,000? That's less than the average down payment on a new Ford F-150. But here's the twist. Toyota isn't joking. Behind closed doors, Toyota has been quietly developing a compact, ultra-budget pickup. Internal leaks and industry insiders are pointing to a price range around $10,000 to $12,000, an absolutely unheard-of number in today's truck market. And it's not just speculation. Executives at Toyota have publicly confirmed they're aggressively targeting lower-cost vehicle platforms for markets that need reliable transportation without the luxury markup. This strategy is already visible in Toyota's global operations. They've expanded partnerships in India, Brazil, and Southeast Asia, focusing on simple, rugged vehicles with low production costs and high volume potential. The upcoming truck is likely to be built on one of these stripped-down platforms. Think less leather, more longevity, and if you're thinking this is just for overseas buyers, think again. With truck prices skyrocketing in the US, averaging over $50,000, an affordable alternative could disrupt not just the low-end market, but the entire pricing structure. But here's where things get weird. When word first leaked that Toyota was developing a pickup truck under $10,000, most of the auto industry treated it like a joke. Executives from Detroit's Big Three, Ford, GM, Stellantis, reportedly rolled their eyes at the idea. Behind closed doors, some even said it sounded like a PR stunt. Because let's be honest, in today's market, that price point sounds insane. The average new truck in the US now sells for over $50,000, with some luxury models pushing past $90,000. Between safety regulations, tech features, and rising labor costs, building anything for $10,000 feels impossible. But that's exactly why Toyota's move is so dangerous. It goes against everything the industry has come to depend on. You see, while other automakers have been piling on features, subscriptions, and digital dashboards, Toyota has been quietly focusing on function over flash. They're not trying to impress tech reviewers. They're trying to build a truck that just works, even if it doesn't have a 17-inch screen or over-the-air updates. And that's what caught competitors completely off guard. Because this isn't just about profit margins or market share, this is about redefining what a vehicle even is. Think about it. If Toyota pulls this off, they'll reset consumer expectations. Why pay $50,000 when a truck for 10 can do 80% of the same job? That single question threatens to unravel the entire pricing model the auto industry is built on. Now, internal sources say rival companies are in emergency strategy meetings, trying to figure out if they can respond, or if they've already fallen behind. Because what Toyota's doing here might be a trap. On the surface, this looks like a bold pricing move. But dig a little deeper and you'll see. This isn't really about making a $10,000 truck. It's about owning the future of transportation by dominating the markets that everyone else has been ignoring. While competitors race to sell overpriced trucks to wealthier buyers, Toyota is targeting a very different customer: the millions of drivers in rural towns, developing nations, and budget-conscious regions who just want something simple, reliable, and affordable. People who don't care about self-parking or streaming apps. They just want a truck that runs and won't break the bank. And once Toyota gets those buyers in the door, they've got them for life. This isn't just a one-time sale, it's a long game. Offer a cheap entry-level truck now, and in a few years, when that buyer has more income or needs an upgrade, guess who they'll come back to? It's the same model smartphone companies used. You get in with the affordable version, but you stay for the ecosystem. Some analysts believe this move is also a direct response to Tesla's master plan. Elon Musk has been pushing for a sub-$25,000 EV to dominate the entry-level market. But Toyota may have just undercut that ambition massively. Not everyone wants or can afford an electric vehicle, especially in areas without charging infrastructure. Toyota's answer? A vehicle that's simple, durable, and already fits the world as it is, not as Silicon Valley wishes it were. And here's the twist most people don't see. This $10,000 truck might not even need to make money. It could be a loss leader, a strategic move to grow market share, loyalty, and brand power across entire continents. Because for Toyota, this isn't just about trucks. It's about taking control of the global entry-level market before anyone else wakes up. While the entire auto industry is locked into an electric arms race, Toyota has decided to walk straight into the wind. And some say they might be the only ones actually thinking clearly. Tesla, Ford, GM, even startups like Rivian and Lucid, they've all gone all in on EVs. It's no longer just a trend. It's practically a religion in the auto world. Billions are being spent, mandates are being passed, and entire assembly lines are being retooled to produce electric-only fleets. The pressure to go electric or die has never been higher. But amid all the noise, Toyota's CEO stood up and said something no one else would. The world is not ready for an all-electric transition. And with that, the company confirmed it would not be making its upcoming $10,000 pickup truck fully electric. No flashy lithium-ion battery. No massive screen in the dash. No dependency on a charger that may or may not exist where you live. Instead, Toyota is focusing on what actually works. Small, gas-powered or hybrid engines that can go anywhere, be fixed by anyone, and run for decades. Critics erupted. Environmental groups accused Toyota of stalling progress. EV advocates called the decision embarrassing. Headlines blasted the company for refusing to evolve. But what most of them missed is this. Toyota isn't betting against EVs. They're just betting on reality. Here's what the data shows. Over 70% of the world still lacks reliable EV infrastructure. In some regions, a full charge can take up to 12 hours, if you can find a charger at all. Battery costs remain high, and vehicle prices are still out of reach for much of the global population. Toyota knows this, and instead of chasing headlines, they're building vehicles for people who actually need them. In fact, their own engineers have been quietly testing ultra-efficient hybrid powertrains that could offer nearly EV-level fuel economy, without the charging hassle. Some rumors suggest future models might even be modular, allowing EV components to be added later, once infrastructure catches up. And here's the real twist. Toyota is one of the few companies actually profitable on hybrids. While other automakers bleed money trying to scale EVs, Toyota already owns that middle ground, and they're not giving it up without a fight. So, while the rest of the industry is chasing an electric future that might still be years away, Toyota is cornering the market that exists today. But that contrarian strategy hasn't come without serious heat. The moment Toyota's $10,000 truck strategy went public, the backlash hit like a tidal wave. Environmental groups were the first to strike. Headlines accused Toyota of deliberately stalling progress, of dragging its feet while the world faces a climate emergency. One prominent green energy advocate even called the plan a slap in the face to the planet. But it didn't stop there. In auto forums and tech blogs, commenters exploded with criticism. Why go backward? This is fossil fuel addiction dressed as affordability. Some even accused Toyota of protecting its gasoline empire at the expense of innovation, choosing short-term wins over long-term responsibility. And then there were the investors. After years of pressure to electrify, Toyota's refusal to commit fully to EVs triggered concern on Wall Street. A few analysts questioned whether the company was risking its future relevance. One report even labeled Toyota the anti-Tesla. But for every critic, there was a defender. A surprising number of auto experts, even some former Tesla engineers, stepped forward to say, Toyota might actually be right. Why? Because while the rest of the industry is building $60,000 plus EVs that require government subsidies just to sell, Toyota is asking a different question. What about the 2 billion people who just need a truck that works? Those voices argue that innovation doesn't always mean high tech. Sometimes it means getting back to what matters: reliability, affordability, and freedom from complex systems. And if you think the controversy scared Toyota, think again. They've stayed silent, calmly watching the chaos unfold. No flashy defense, no PR spin, just quiet confidence. Because while the media argues, the demand is already proving them right. While critics were busy dissecting Toyota's every move, something else was quietly happening. Something they didn't expect and couldn't control. Demand started to surge. And not after a flashy reveal, not after some overproduced keynote, before the truck has even been officially announced. In regions like India, Brazil, Thailand, and Mexico, Toyota dealerships began reporting a spike in inquiries. Customers were asking the same thing. Is the cheap truck real? When can I order one? How soon can it get here? At first, it sounded like rumor-fueled hype, but then it started happening in the US too. In rural towns across the Midwest, the South, and even some West Coast states, Toyota reps reported daily calls from buyers frustrated with sky-high prices and bloated feature lists. And these weren't tire kickers. These were contractors, farmers, delivery drivers, and even first-time car buyers who said the same thing. I don't need a luxury tank, I just need a truck. And then came the data. An internal Toyota research survey leaked to industry analysts revealed that 6 out of 10 American drivers said they would seriously consider switching brands if Toyota launched a reliable no-frills pickup under $15,000. That number jumped to 8 out of 10 in developing markets, where average incomes make $40,000 plus vehicles completely unattainable. Social media exploded too. YouTube, Reddit, and TikTok saw thousands of comments calling the truck a game changer, a working-class hero, and, in one viral post, the first truck in years designed for real people, not rich people. And the interest isn't just emotional, it's economic. Think about what a $10,000 truck actually means. No 7-year loans, no $900 monthly payments, no need for a second job just to afford transportation. It means freedom, something the modern auto market hasn't offered in decades. Even Toyota's stock reflected the excitement. After early whispers of the $10,000 model hit news outlets, shares saw a quiet rally, with some investors openly predicting a bottom-up disruption that could change how every automaker thinks about pricing. But here's what most companies still don't understand. This isn't just about affordability, it's about accessibility, simplicity, ownership. And while Ford, GM, and other giants scramble to build high-tech trucks no one asked for, Toyota is tapping into pent-up global demand that's been ignored for years. The kind of demand that can't be stopped by critics, or even by politics. But there's one more detail that could make this truck not just affordable, but unstoppable. And it all comes down to one radical design decision. By now, you already know Toyota's $10,000 truck is turning heads. But what most people don't realize is, the biggest shock isn't the price tag. It's how the truck might actually be built. Leaked reports and supplier whispers point to something radically different. Toyota may be developing the world's first mass-produced modular pickup. What does that mean? It means a truck that's designed like a platform, not a final product. A basic shell that can be customized, upgraded, and repaired over time, depending on the driver's needs. Imagine this. You start with a no-frills $10,000 model. A year later, you add an off-road suspension kit or a solar charging panel. Down the line, you swap in an EV drivetrain upgrade once infrastructure reaches your area. No new loan, no dealership upsell, just piece-by-piece upgrades like Lego, but for grown-ups. This approach flips the entire car ownership model. Instead of replacing your truck every 5 to 7 years, you keep one truck for decades, evolving it as your life changes. And here's the real disruption. That design would break the planned obsolescence cycle that most automakers rely on. The one where vehicles are designed to age quickly, fail subtly, and push you into a new $60,000 loan every few years. With a modular truck, Toyota isn't just selling a vehicle. They're creating a long-term ownership ecosystem. And it's a nightmare scenario for companies who depend on short life cycles and forced upgrades. There are even rumors that Toyota is experimenting with snap-in power modules, removable battery trays, and universal chassis components that can be mass-produced across models to cut costs even further. Some insiders are calling it the iPhone moment of the truck world, not because it's flashy, but because it redefines what consumers expect. And if it works, the rest of the industry may be forced to copy or collapse, because this isn't just about a truck anymore. This whole story might have started with a headline about a $10,000 truck. But now you know the truth. It's not just a truck, it's a challenge. To every automaker who said affordable vehicles were impossible. To every industry executive who prioritized luxury over practicality. To a system built on debt, bloat, and planned obsolescence. Toyota didn't just build something cheaper, they built something smarter. Something that makes people rethink what a vehicle should be. And maybe even what it used to be, before touchscreens, software glitches, and $1,200 monthly payments became normal. For millions of people around the world, this isn't a product. It's a lifeline. And if Toyota actually delivers on this promise, if this $10,000 pickup is real, modular, and global, it won't just shake up the industry. It could burn the whole thing down and rebuild it from the ground up. So the only real question is, will the others catch up or get left behind?